Hi, welcome to this course, Looking Within. This recording will be about setting a sacred space for meditation. I invite you to go into a relaxed state of mind. Take a few deep breaths and really bring your consciousness into this present moment. As you relax, feel your physical body, which is connected to your emotional body and your mental body, and just feel if there is any tension. And just feel it. And I invite you to breathe deeper, and with every out-breath, release this tension. As you accept the tension and see it, feel it, use the breath to allow it to dissolve. Meditation is not so much a practice that you can do 1 hour a day, and if you don't do it, you don't meditate enough. Meditation is more something that you practice throughout the day. At least that is how I view it and how I apply it. Meditation becomes a state of being. It becomes a state of connectivity, of flow. In meditation, simply you experience different brain waves than you do when there is distress. And the brain waves are peaceful and they open and allow other dimensions to be experienced in your daily life. When you are practicing meditation, you can practice it for 1 minute, for 5 minutes, or for a longer period of time. And for some, it actually works to sit down for a longer period and to go into a deep state of peace and a conversation with the divine. Personally, I like to work with energy, with my energy fields, and with the elements and the nature spirits, as well as the angelic realm and the ascended masters. In my 4-body system that I see as my physical, emotional, mental and spiritual bodies, I can easily see, or I can ask for it to be revealed, what is blocking my flow of being present, of being in a connective, meditative state. And if this resistance comes forth, I can simply identify where it comes from, and I can then either ask it to dissolve, to give it to the angels so that I can return it to source, or I can command it into an orb by the angels so that it is removed from my 4-body system. Continue to breathe and just continue to relax. We will now share a couple of tools that you can use to transform energies in your 4-body system that are not resonating on your highest possible frequency. We aim here for the upper levels of the 5th dimension, since that is, you could say, the basis of peace. Everything that is lower is on some level feeling stressful. The numbers don't really matter, but what happens in the 4th dimension and on the 3rd dimensional consciousness is that judgments and attachments and contracts and cords are present that are weighing you down, that feel dense and are pulling your vibration down. They're stopping your, or actually slowing down your flow. What you want to do in your practices of meditation is to identify these forms of distress, these densities, and to lovingly embrace them and bring them to the light. Because your natural state is peaceful, your natural state is love and presence of light, is openness to the other dimensions and the realms where you are connected to all that is. Throughout my day, as I live, I come across all kinds of fields with people that are not into meditation. You could say in your work life, in your private family life, maybe in your love life, in the institutional life, when you have to deal with banks or corporations or insurance. Everything in the outside world is a reflection of your inside world. Because if you deal with the outside world and you experience resistance, it means that there is something in your inside world which requires attention, which requires your love. Please continue to breathe as we bring a lot forth while we mention these outside circumstances or influences, or parties, if you will. Now, the basis of your state of meditation is a state of feeling safe. You could also say that this is the root chakra, the earth star chakra, where your protection mechanisms are, and this differentiates a damaged ego versus a healthy ego. Because if you want to live in an individualized human body as a being of light, you need to have an ego. And this is fine if you have a healthy ego. An unhealthy ego operates from pain bodies and makes decisions from fear. A healthy ego makes decisions from love, from appreciation for life, and you could say looks further than the attachment or the result or the outcome, and joy is always the aimed result, the feeling of joy. This is a healthy ego. So the feeling safe is the bottom, the foundation for joy and appreciation. And when we are not feeling safe as spirits, we can simply do one thing, which you can integrate into your daily life. And it may sound simple, and you might underestimate the effectiveness of this practice. So I extend a little bit the space here. I create a little bit more light so that you really feel and hear what I'm saying. Archangel Michael, thank you for providing me with a safe space for my entire four-body system. Thank you for purifying my four-body system from everything that does not resonate with love and light. Thank you, fire dragons, for purifying my four-body system from all densities and all debris that have traveled with me and are no longer serving me. I am that I am. Take a breath. And as you receive this blue cloak, because Archangel Michael works with blue, silver, gold energies, you could say he is this energy. As you feel that your four-body system is enveloped by this, your individualized experience as source itself, as spirit in a body, is enveloped in a protective layer, which is of course permeable for you to breathe through, to expand in, and to live and flow in as a human being. This cloak of love and light protects you from any and all influences that might interfere with your process as growing in your human body as spirit. You could say as you are incarnating more of your love and light, you are doing this in a protected way. And when you have this archangelic light with you, you can always see and feel that you are safe. You can easily identify reasons for distress because you can see a bigger picture. You can see a longer time frame. If you are experiencing a transformation process, maybe you have to embrace a pattern from the past. It could be that you have asked for more peace within yourself. Then the first thing that comes to the forefront is that which is blocking your peace so that it can be loved, so you can dissolve it. Archangel Michael is here a universal angel that works with you, with all human beings, but only on request. Basically, we have free will as human beings, as spirits, so we have to ask for divine intervention if we do wish this. You can ask 10 times a day, day after day. The angels live beyond time and space, so they really don't matter how often you ask. It also really does not matter, because there is just enough light and love for them to be. This is just an explanation for your mind. And as you are walking around, flowing in your body, throughout your life, everywhere you go, where you feel triggered, unsafe, irritated, emotional, stressful, I would say that 99.9% of the time it is because you feel unsafe on some level. When you are safe, everything is fine, because you can just let it all dissolve immediately as it arises. When you feel safe, you know that all is well. Even if you don't have the finances to eat, go and fast. All is well. Even if you might have to leave your house because of some future thing, a fear that arises, when you feel safe, suddenly when you flow into this safe space, you can feel that there might be a better opportunity coming forth. Because you always expand your light, and the physical environment adjusts to your expansion. When you feel safe, you can rest. And Archangel Michael works here, you could say, very closely to Mother Earth, because feeling safe in the energetics, in the astral realms, is also feeling safe within your body. It means that your emotional body can calm down. When your ego is active, your emotional body becomes all shaky. And when your ego is relaxing, because you feel safe. It doesn't have to protect you. You can also relax in your physical body. Peaceful thoughts arise, appreciative thoughts arise, like rabbits walking over the fields when you sit staring over a nature reservation. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I love it. These kind of frequencies, these kind of thoughts can arise when you feel safe. So this is where a healthy basis, a healthy, safe foundation can bring you more energy to expand. So you could say we are working up the chakras. If you start with a earth star and a root chakra that are healthy, connected to the earth, safe in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, your joy flows naturally. Now from there, you're charging up your energy bodies and you feel stronger. Your heart opens further. You can feel the love for all of life. You can express this love, and you can see more of the higher dimensions, because they all exist in the same now moment, wherever you are. When you integrate so much of your safe space within yourself, eventually you will reach more and more of a point where you can see that you are Source itself, experiencing yourself as a human being, as a spirit in a human form, and that everything that you see around you is a reflection from what lives within you, and that basically everything is a gigantic hologram, however, a living hologram, a living energy field, a breathing energy field, and that everything is energy and frequency and resonance. And that as you experience yourself from this human body, your outside world is a reflection of what you experience within. And looking within is not necessarily going within the physical body. It is going deeper than that. It is going into the cells, through the molecules, through the atoms, through the core of the atoms. You could say even through the universe, where you enter another universe. And a universe, you could say, is simply a perception, a different way of seeing. At first, every spirit on earth, well, let's say 99% of the spirits on earth forget who they are. And when they remember who they are, their universe changes. Their perception changes. At first, our ego is developed and looks outside to find the answers and is constantly yearning to find approval and being seen from the outside. It is basically asking other people to help you, to see you, to listen to you, to want things from the outside world. And this can never give you the satisfaction that you can give when you find yourself within. Within yourself is the space that you are looking for. When you go within, you will find a universe that exists either beyond the outside world or in the mirror of the outside world, just as how you want to see it, but looking within, not only within the physical body, but even go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you will see the truth where all of light and love is one, and that the outside world is a reflection of your inner world. Peace and adventure, joy and non-judgment, non-attachment, and all the power that creates worlds and universes for the highest benefit of all is present there. Now, it is my intention in this course that we will go there. And in this introduction, in this creating a sacred space for meditation, you have now received a taste of what it is like to go there, to find the real you within. Archangel Michael, we have met. We will work with him throughout the rest of the meditations. And the fire dragons, they will become our friends and very well acquainted with them in the coming meditations, because we will work through all the debris. Before you can reach the state of peace and hold it for a longer period of time, you could say, you will want to embrace more of who you are and what you have experienced over the past. And every spirit that incarnates in a human body is born in a family with DNA, with the will of the parents that wants something different than the will of the child. So there is always a trauma. There is always a trauma for the child, because in the first months being carried in the womb of the mother, there's always a form of stress, and there are always soul agreements of which things you could take upon you from your parents and ancestors, which DNA programs or habits are yours, which you want to transform. There is always material to work with. This is good, because through this material, the emotional debris, the DNA, the patterns, the habits, the memories, on various levels, the contracts, the chords, we can expand and get to know ourselves. Because in our response towards circumstances, we find out who we are and which attributes, character, our creativity, and our joy, how that works, what it is like. Imagine a white room where there is pure bliss and pure joy. After a while, you will get bored, because that's the only thing that you know. Your aspiration at some point became, what would it be like if I would forget this? How would I get back to this state? What would I do? What can I come across? From the spiritual realm, you then decided to embark on the human journey, forgetting who you are, remembering, and from the physical experience, embrace all of life as one, so that you can live in a physical body as an enlightened spirit and the creator of universes yourself. Now, what you are then going to do with this love and light, this, you could say, power, you could say these skills, this joy, these unique characteristics, what you will do with them naturally arises and is brought forth simply by knowing what you enjoy and go follow this joy. This journey in this first course of the Aquarius Earth Center, we will work through the debris. We will dissolve the densities, the third dimensional, fourth dimensional, and even lower aspects of the fifth dimensional planes, and dissolve them simply by loving them. All the pain bodies, we will just simply examine what we have gathered as material, and then we will love it, transform it, or release it, thank it, and we will continue our journey in the expansion and incarnation of spirit, where our light becomes more present in our daily life and in our outside world, where more of the abundance of life comes forth. Because from forgetting who you are, the nectar, the sweetness of remembering is one of the greatest, joyous experiences that a spirit can undertake. So welcome on this journey. It is my honor to guide you, to bring this forth, to channel this to you. I am pleased to work together. Do know that you can make notes during these meditations if you find that something really rings your bells. If you want to examine something further, note down what I said, what is being said, or what comes to mind, or what you want to dive into deeper. Because if we speak for half an hour or an hour, we will present a lot of things, and a lot of things will come to the forefront. So it's a very natural process that your light will be expanded for a period of time. Your light will be, let's say we turn up the dial of light, more light will come in and be present, so that you will see more things that you want to pay attention to. Now, it is good to consciously go into examination, to find out what it is that needs to be seen, needs to be loved, for you to grow and flow more peacefully, more naturally, and more in harmony with life within and around you. In the coming meditations, I will introduce more of the archangels and the ascended masters, because we will work with a big team that will assist you in the transformation of where you currently are and where you aim to be, in full connection and harmony with life on earth. Because what you see around you is a reflection of what lives within you. All right. Thank you very much. We hope you had fun. And by now, please drink some water and continue with the next meditation if you feel guided to. We give you a great universal wave of love and joy. And thank you for being here.